Hello, Russia. I hope you have a great fair, and I wish that I could have been there. Unfortunately, it's not possible, but I'm happy to have this opportunity to tell a little bit about how we develop the sales of organic products in Denmark. We started selling organic products in the mid-90s, and today 10% of all foodstuffs sold in Denmark is organic. That's the highest percentage in the world. And one of the reasons why we succeeded is because that in Denmark we agreed from the beginning on one set of rules, one set of standards. People who have heard me talk about this before will know that this is something that I always underline. When the organic sector themselves agree on one set, then it's much more easier to go out and tell the end user what is organic food. That was what we did from the beginning in Denmark. And we made a set of rules, and then we made a label, a trademark that you can see here. The red letter Ø, which is a Danish letter. This trademark is today as well known as the McDonald M. So when the end user come to the supermarket and see this label, they know that it's an organic product, and they trust the regulations behind it. This is extremely important. Another thing that's also the reason to our success is that we always had a very close relationship with the supermarkets, with the retail chains, so that the organic products could be widespread in all the corners of the country. And in 1993, one of our biggest retail chains, it's as widespread as Auchan is in Russia. They decided to put organic milk on discount. And they made commercials about it. At that time, there were no internet, but they used the channels that we had at that time. And people understood that, okay, organic food is actually something that I can go to my local supermarket and buy. And from that day, the sales of organic food started rising, and it have been rising all since. Also during the years of crisis that we had in 9 and 10. Everything else was decreasing, but the sales of organic food was going up. We also had the possibility to get our message directly to the end user via the supermarkets. We, in the sector where I worked with communication about organic food. We were able to make leaflets that we could put in the supermarket so that we could reach the end user directly. And what we did was that we made it as clear and simple as possible. Only one leaflet, only a few messages. Don't give the end user too much information, because then you confuse them. Only one set of rules, very few informations. What we know about organic food is that it's good for the environment, it's good for the animal welfare, and there are much less artificial additives when you choose organic food. This information we also gave the consumer. And then the consumer had the possibility to go on the internet, to go on... we did have homepages at that time. We did not have Facebooks or whatever, but we have homepages where we could get much more information for those who were interested. But first of all, we were building this platform of trust by only saying what we knew was 100% sure. We were putting it in very short, very clear statements directly to the end user. And today, the turnover in Danish retail chains is 130 billion rubles a year. Whereas in small shops, in special shops, in farm shops, the turnover is only 2 billion rubles. And from my point of view, it's extremely important that if you want the organic sector to grow, you have to focus on the retail chains. This is where far most of the consumers, they go and buy their daily products. I know that this is also the picture that we see in Russia. And as soon as the Russian end user understands exactly what is organic products, then you will also see the growth in this sector. But you have to agree on one set of standards. You have to agree on some very simple messages that the end user in the supermarket understands. I'm looking forward to see the development, and of course I will participate like I have been doing the recent years, and I wish you all the good luck, and I'll see you soon, hopefully in Russia.